Welcome into the Off-Brand Avalanche podcast. In today's episode, we're just going to do kind of a quick, fun episode. I know we want to watch the Nuggets, and I'm guessing a lot of Avs fans want to watch the Nuggets as well. But the Broncos also just played, and we want to do a little cross-sport fun, so we're going to be picking the Colorado Avalanche football team. So we're going to take the Avalanche roster, and we're going to decide which players should play which position if they were a football team. So it'll be a fun episode, and we're just going to kind of hang out and have a good time. But before we do that, any kind of like news stories you guys did want to mention real quick?
The Stars suck.
Yeah. Joel Kiviranta is the most clutch player in NHL history.
Yeah.
I hate the Stars.
Yeah, same. Dude, it just makes no sense. Zach, what was that stat you gave me last night?
The Stars are the only team since 1989, the St. Louis Blues, to make a Stanley Cup final with a negative goal differential. Negative.
That's sad.
What?
Especially in today's NHL. What is that, man?
Outrageous.
But we're looking. All signs are pointing to a Stars and Lightning Stanley Cup final. So let's just hope the Lightning just absolutely roll over them.
Let's just pray that the Lightning make it. If the Islanders get in, we're all doomed.
Oh, that's the end of the NHL right there.
But hopefully the Lightning finish the series off tonight, and then we can get this Cup final over with and get into some draft talk, because I'm really excited to talk draft.
Yep, same with me. So, but yeah, not a whole lot going on right now in the hockey world outside of the conference finals, and we already have one resolved. So
yeah, there's a lot going on in the hockey world, just not in Avs land.
Yeah, that's true.
We maybe want to touch on the Nuggets a little bit. That's a big Game 7 tonight.
I mean, I definitely want to watch it.
I mean,
I can't wait.
Yeah. It's a huge Game 7. Definitely, that's why we're doing a little bit of a shorter episode, quick, fun episode. Maybe we can, if they make it to the Western Conference Finals, we can build a Nuggets roster out of the Avs.
There we go.
We should.
There we go.
Just who are the five tallest Avs? That's our starting lineup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
but I must say that I think the Avs would have the best football team out of any other NHL team after building this roster.
I feel like they have a good football team. I looked at some of this. Let's get into it. Let's start at quarterback. And I don't know.
Should we save
QB?
Maybe let's.
You want to start?
I was just gonna maybe
work our way from
let's work our way backwards
to offense.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the kicker. I feel like this is a pretty easy one because we just got a video in the bubble of him kicking a field goal. So I went with Cale Makar because we know he can kick a field goal, and I felt like that was an easy decision.
Dude, I forgot about that video. I put Groovy just because I had Cale Makar already on it. I don't know really why I put Groovy. I just kind of feel like goalie would make a good kicker for some reason, just because
it's like
a little bit too odd positions.
The roster type of things, like pitchers in baseball.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and then what? Yeah, so that's kind of why I chose Groovy. Not an entirely exciting position, but I bet Groovy could knock down a couple of kicks here and there.
Zach,
probably be better than Gostkowski.
Yeah. Zach, who was your pick for kicker?
Funny. I kind of went with an off-the-roster player because I didn't really think a kicker was too important until last night, and I kind of went with TJ Tynan.
TJ Tynan.
I just pick somebody.
I like it.
Kicker. Didn't care.
You kick it. Go out there. Go kick it.
Kick it.
Yeah. Just get out there.
We have to debate these, though. We need to have an official off-brand roster.
All right.
So who are we putting in as our kicker?
But I feel like it's not fair to have one guy on two roster positions because that wouldn't be the case. That's my argument.
I made this. We'll have to debate that at the end because I don't want to spoil the other position I have him at. But I feel like if it is a position that has been done before, where the combo has happened before in the NFL, it's allowed.
Okay, that's fair. If we come to that consensus at the end after we find out Cale Makar's other position, then I would be fine with that.
Okay.
I would be fine rolling Cale Makar as the kicker.
All right. So we'll decide later on. So let's get into our DBs. And you talked about Groovy. I just want some ball hawking DBs, so I took both the goalies because I know they can catch. So my DBs are Grubauer and Frankie.
That's not bad at all. Zach, you want to start with your DBs?
Shit, boys. I guess I went some speedy players. I went with Matt Nieto and I don't know. Who else do I want to pick here? This is hard. Nemestikov. He's a speedy little guy.
Okay.
All right. My corners, I have Cale Makar in corner here because he plays defense. He plays defense in real life, and he's a speedy dude. I think Cale Makar would be an absolute all-pro cornerback. So that's kind of he's like the Champ Bailey of cornerbacks. And then I don't know. I kind of want someone. Just for me, Berkey just seems like he'd be a good cornerback. He's a little bit of a taller guy.
Okay.
Skates well, so then he would run pretty well. I was just trying to find a spot for Berkey, and I think he would be a fine corner.
Yeah, for the purposes of this, we're assuming that good skaters are also good runners.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Should we move into our D fronts, or should we debate this?
I want to debate at the end. Now that I realized we're gonna have a lot of crossover at people with different positions, so we'll go through all our rosters and then we'll debate who goes on the final roster. So we'll actually snake it, then we'll finish off that way. Okay, so let's go into our defensive fronts, and this was tough. I just took the guys whose body styles profiled best as linebackers, and if you're looking at NFL players, the answer is nobody. But the closest are Gabe Landeskog and Eric Johnson. I thought, he'd be a very small linebacker, but theoretically, there are a couple linebackers in the NFL that are smaller than Landeskog and a few more that are smaller than EJ.
You see, I went with Nas and Calvert just because I want that gritty linebackers,
I do like that.
You know, that's just going to tear up the O-line and just not even care about anything.
I also have Landeskog because, the middle linebacker is typically the captain of your defense, and he's got, the leadership abilities, so I gave him that.
I have Landy as another. All right.
Okay. Zach, who are your defensive front guys?
I went with a couple big guys, and Eric Johnson and Nikita Zadorov.
That's smart.
Okay.
So we both have EJ.
EJ is a good pick there.
I had EJ on my O-line.
Oh, well, I had...
Also not a bad spot.
I was about to put him on my O-line, and then... So I sorted when I was going to O-line and defensive front, I sorted the players by height and just started matching them up. And I was about to put EJ on O-line until I realized could be a good O-line, but I feel like I put him at defensive front because I'll just get into it. My O-line was Zadorov and Graves. So I was like, they're both big, kind of tall D guy.
That's what I originally had as well, but then I decided to put in EJ over Graves, so I have Zadorov on O-line.
I had EJ and Zadorov, and then I switched EJ to defensive front, and I was like, okay, I'll put Graves in at O-line.
Okay, fair enough.
So we're kind of the same
those positions are kind of interchangeable, I feel like, although I do kind of like Nas and Calvert on linebackers.
I get it.
So,
I understand why. That makes sense. They're gritty.
Yep.
In those trenches.
Yep. Should we get into our wide receivers?
Well, we need Zach's O-line here. Who'd you have on the O-line?
Oh yeah.
Zach?
Okay. I got big old Nuke.
Oh.
And I got
underrated.
Ryan Gravy.
Okay. So we got
I like
Graves.
Nuke there, but the thing is I have Nuke at a different position.
I honestly did not put Nuke on my roster, and I'm kind of regretting it. I feel like I could have.
You definitely could be a profiled football guy.
All right.
I feel like.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so let's go to receiver. And I picked two guys that I feel like complement each other well, both in hockey and as receivers, because I've got the big go-to target, and then I've got my little bit more of a quick deep threat. So I went with McKinnon and Rantanen at receiver.
Ooh, I was debating putting Mac at receiver, but I didn't. I have Rantanen at receiver though, and then Sammy G.
He's just that big body receiver that you want.
Yeah, he's like a Cortland Sutton type guy.
Yeah,
and then Sammy G is kind of that elusive Jerry Jeudy type guy. Great
he's
route runner.
Tyreek Hill right there.
Yeah.
KJ,
except not super fast. Yeah,
I feel like Gerard's pretty fast.
He is pretty fast, but he's not like a Tyreek Hill fast. That would be McKinnon.
Yeah, that's fair.
McKinnon would be a Tyreek
McKinnon's
Hill.
the Tyreek Hill, and Miko Rantanen is your Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
Zach, who are your
All right.
receivers?
Is it my receivers? My receivers, Nazem Kadri, and a little bit of speed. I got Donskoy.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like this one's kind of like, so for receivers we just grouped them, so like you can also put tight ends in here, and I feel like that's where
I did.
I like that's where
I didn't do
Kadri
that.
works well though. Like I would love Kadri at tight end.
Well, I have my own tight end.
Oh, you have like
Yeah,
your
me
own tight
too.
end? I did not do that.
Yeah.
But I'll put Nuke in there. I feel like, oh, know what? I just said Kadri. I'll put
That's-
Kadri as my tight end.
Nuke was my tight end.
Oh yeah.
So
so we both.
I feel like
agreed
Nuke
to
would be a
choice
great
then.
tight end.
I went with Berkey as my tight end.
Ooh, I like that one too.
Okay. Yeah. A little bit bigger, but
Yeah.
he'd be kind of like a
Over.
Noah Fant type tight end, I feel like. Not like the biggest guy or Shannon Sharp, but big enough to play it and really quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
not bad.
I like that.
All right.
All right, so you put
Billy, you already
him at. We talked
already-
about this offline at running back, right? So Marshall already knows. I put Sam Gerard here, and this is my favorite one because I feel like Sam Gerard would be the best running back. I think for the same reasons Marshall put him at receiver. I feel like he'd just be super slippery, super elusive. I even picture him as like a receiving running back, just coming out of the backfield like a Theo Riddick, Nyheim Hines, even like a Philip Lindsay, really.
Well, yeah. Derrick Henry, really, too. Or not Derrick Henry. Melvin Gordon, I mean.
Yeah, he could be.
A little
I feel
bit.
like Melvin Gordon's a little
Well,
bit more of a
too
power
much.
runner than I would look for out of
Yeah.
Sam Gerard.
Zach, who'd you have at running back here?
Our good old boy, Cale McCarr.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's. I was debating whether, I don't know, Kale could have fit in so
Yeah.
many different
Cale
spots
McCarr's
on
good
the
at
roster.
everything he does.
Yeah. Which is why I kind of feel like it'd be unfair to put him as a kicker. Except if he does freaking. Yeah. True. All right. So this might be some controversy here, but I have McKinnon at running
No,
back.
I don't see controversy in that at all.
Because
He's got that
I feel like he would be an all-pro running back, Derrick Henry type, just absolute monster. Even he's like a
I
Derrick
see him
Henry
as an
with
Eric
speed.
Dickerson,
I feel like.
but quicker.
Or how about an Adrian Peterson?
I don't think he's like that big. I guess okay for a hockey player
Yeah.
he is, but for a football player he's not like super power runner.
But
But I don't know.
he's so strong
Yeah.
on his feet. He's so strong on his feet, and he's fast as all hell. So that's why I had to go with McKinnon at running back.
I
there.
like it. He's a big dude. He's fast. He
Yeah.
could be a good running back. I mean, our running backs and receivers are just switched. Like we have switched McKinnon and Gerard,
Yeah.
and we have them in there for
Yep.
the same reasons. It's just which position
Yep.
you want to put them at.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Zach. Zach already gave yours, right?
Mhm.
So let's go
Yes, I did.
into our quarterbacks. And I'm surprised that you guys didn't do the same thing I did. I took the guy that quarterbacks the power play and I put him at quarterback. So that's where I have Cale McCarr.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take the guy that is the captain of the team and put Gabe Landeskog
That makes sense.
at quarterback, just because that quarterbacks are typically the captain of the teams. So
Yeah.
simply for that reason, I have no idea if Landeskog can actually throw a football.
See, my problem, like the only reason I didn't, I did consider it because he is the captain, but I don't know, he's not exactly known for being like an elite passer or anything, you know? Like when he breaks the
Yeah,
puck out,
I
it's
guess
usually
that's
like
true
carrying
for-
it up.
I guess that's true if we're looking at actual passes in hockey.
That's why
If that was the case, then
I don't know,
yeah,
it's very
I mean,
hard to
the
evaluate
forward.
what makes a hockey player
Yeah,
good at football.
exactly. Exactly. But
All right.
yeah, I have Landy here.
Okay. I went with, because your quarterback touches the ball almost 90% of the plays that you're on offense, pretty much every play. I went
Yeah.
with Nathan McKinnon.
Mm.
He's your best
Okay.
player.
Him touching
He's
the
going to be
ball
your
all the
best
time.
quarterback. That's exactly
Yeah.
right, Billy. I went with McKinnon.
That's very fair.
Makes
I feel
sense.
like I can't believe we had three different quarterbacks.
I
To be
thought
honest.
we would all be kind of
Mhm.
like. I thought, yeah, I don't know. I thought we'd have similar rosters, and we have a lot more differences than I expected.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So should we get into our consensus roster?
Yeah, let's do it.
QB.
I want Kale.
McKinnon. I want McKinnon.
I want Landy.
This is going to be very hard to find a consensus.
Okay, how about this? The other two people vote on one of the other person's pick. So, Billy, you vote whether you like Landy or McKinnon better, and Zach, you vote whether you like Kale or Landy better.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of go like
you
that.
Vote between Kale and McKinnon. Got it. All right, Marshall, kick us off. Do you want Kale or McKinnon?
I'm going with McKinnon. Zach made a very compelling point that you want the best player touching the ball all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
So
I'll go Landeskog.
Okay, I'm also going to go Landeskog just because he was my second choice. So Landy is our
Landy's the winner then.
Landy's the winner.
Yep, Landeskog.
Okay. Landeskog is the quarterback of the Colorado Avalanche.
All right, let's get into our running back then. I'm very high on Sam Girard. This is my favorite pick of my roster. I like Sam Girard. I feel like he's that perfect, elusive, pass-catching back that he just looks like a running back. And he's a little guy, and, those are like little guys play running back. You got your Ray Rice, MJD types. So it's the perfect fit to me. I like him.
Zach, who'd you have again?
I did McCarr.
Yeah, and I had McKinnon.
I'm dead.
All right.
Okay, so
I'll pick McKinnon.
I'll pick Girard.
Okay, and then I pick McCarr. So what do we do now?
Oh shit!
God dang it!
Just go McCarr. Go McCarr.
No, go Girard. McCarr is going to be my kicker. McCarr's kicked a field goal.
Why?
Because he kicked a field goal.
That's a waste of his talent.
Yeah. Well, we don't not necessarily, because we could debate him being on another position that I had him at.
Well, yeah, but I've never seen I feel like corner and kicker is a weird combo. Like quarterback kicker kind of makes sense.
But then we could have a different kicker.
Oh, I see what you mean.
We could still have Gruby at kicker.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay, so wait, who do we have at running back?
Know.
Oh, Girard.
We can't decide.
All right, let's go Girard.
All right, let's go Girard. We'll save McCarr because Girard isn't in as many spots. Tight end. Marshall, you had Nichushkin.
Berkey.
Zach had Berkey.
I think Nichushkin's absolutely fantastic.
I had Kadri, but I really don't care that much about this one. Like I could go Nichushkin. I could go Burakovsky.
Nuke's cool.
Nuke is our
tight end.
guy. Wide receiver, I think we're consensus Rance at least, right?
Yeah, I think all three of us had Rantanen, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, and then this is an easy one to put McKinnon.
Yeah,
at.
I had McKinnon as my other, and since we left him off at the other two spots, I feel like we go with him here, right?
Okay, McKinnon and Rance, wide receivers.
Because we got our duo, and they're both playing the same position. So.
Yep. All right. O-line.
I feel like I had Zadorov Graves. Marshall, you had.
I had Zadorov EJ.
And Zach, you had.
I had Graves and who the fuck did I have?
Did you have Graves EJ?
Oh, that's right. I did have Graves
so we
EJ.
have
yes.
Each of us has the
two.
Oh my god! So all three players got 2 votes.
Honestly, I'll just change mine to Gravy.
Okay.
And go Big Z Gravy.
Okay, so we'll go Z and Graves. And then we can go into our defensive front. I had Landeskog EJ. Marshall, who do you have?
I had Naz and Calvert, and I love that.
Zach, who did you have?
I had Z and fuck, I can't remember now.
I don't remember either.
Me either. I had Z and some other big guy.
Some other.
Let's
big guy.
Oh, I had Z and we'll go with Nas. I had Z and Nas.
Okay, well you both said Nas, so then we'll put Nas in at one of the spots. Landeskog's already.
Big Z's already on O line.
And Landy's already
on the line.
That leaves. Does that just leave EJ?
Or Calvert.
Oh, EJ or Calvert. Ooh. Tough call.
No, not Calvert.
I feel like EJ is.
You don't think
EJ
Calvert?
is a better
EJ
fit.
for
Like he's
sure.
got the body type to be a linebacker. Calvert's a little kind of small.
I feel like EJ is a little bit too big to be a linebacker, but whatever. EJ's
EJ
coming
would be
in.
like one of the smallest linebackers in the league. All right, so let's go DBs.
Corners.
I have Grubauer and Frankie because I want my ball hawks.
I gotta go Kale here. Kale and then Berkey is who I had, but I'm not too sold on Berkey. I'm pretty sold on Kale.
I like the goaltender combo there. That's actually pretty solid.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Like your
But
last
they
line of defense.
can't run.
Yeah, it definitely does make sense.
They can't run. If they're not skating, then they don't run.
They're safeties. They don't got to be that quick. They're both strong safeties.
I like that pick. I think that's a good pick.
Okay.
All right.
Well, then, Cale Makar is off the roster. Do we put him in at kicker?
Yeah.
I guess so.
He kicked.
I guess if we have to,
I'm
because
not leaving him off.
poor guy. He's an alternate for literally every other position.
Well, if he didn't want to be the kicker on our team, he shouldn't have put a video up of himself kicking a field goal. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair enough. Well, there's our football team. Landy QB, running back Gerard, tight end Nuke, wide receivers, the elusive duo of McKinnon and Rance. O-line, Big Z and Gravy, D fronts, Nas and EJ. Corners, both of the goalies. And then Kale McCarr, sadly, coming in at kicker.
All right. I like it. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good lineup. You also, Kale McCarr is just like your utility player. So if anyone gets hurt anywhere in the lineup, you plug in Kale McCarr, and your kicker can play two positions.
Since he was, we got Liam in the chat saying Kale McCarr is definitely hitting a 40-yarder.
Hey, Liam.
He's absolutely hitting a 40-yarder.
Liam, you definitely hear me from the other room. So.
Is that your roommate?
Yeah.
I'm fucking dead. That's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's good
he
shit.
is definitely going to rip a 40-yarder, though. At least. If it's mile high, it'll probably be 45.
Oh, yep. With the clear air, you can hit it even further.
Yep.
What did he even kick in Edmonton? I feel like it was just like a 10-yarder, and I've blown it out of proportion.
It was probably like a 10, 20-yarder. Just a chip shotter. But either way, he did hit a field goal, and he's the only guy that we know that could actually hit a field goal on that team.
So we have proof that he could be the kicker. All right. That's what we got today. That is the best football team in the NFL. If they join the NFL, I'm pretty sure they'd go 16-0 and win the Super Bowl. But before we pop out of here and watch the Nuggets game, anything else you guys want to add in here?
Go Nuggets, go!
Go Nuggets.
Let's go
Nuggets. Huge game. Huge game.
Ooh, the Titans should pick up Cale McCarr after last night.
They should. Yeah, dude. Goskowski was brutal. But
all right. Thank you to everyone for watching. If you're still in that live chat, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're not watching this live, go ahead and check us out anywhere you listen to your podcasts, whether you want to watch us on YouTube or listen through Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, pretty much wherever. And we'll see you in our next episode.